Carlo Masserati is an incredibly minor character in Cars 2. He occupies about 1/6 of the screen during one scene outside of the Porto Corsa casino. I, however, had no idea that he appeared here until literally 3 days ago when Robin Tailsfighter told me when I was preparing to do this review. For years, I thought that he appeared in the Tokyo party scene alongside Carlo Veloso. There's a very brief shot where a car who looks just like Carlo appears, and I always assumed that was him because the Cars Diecast Character Encyclopedia from 2012 showed that as Carlo. But that book is full of inaccuracies. Like, nearly every page is inaccurate in some capacity. So, whether or not that's supposed to be Carlo, I still don't know. What I do know, though, is that Carlo Masserati is an incredibly obscure character who was released very early on in the Cars 2 diecast line, making him a bit of an oddity. Anyway, guys, welcome back to another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Carlo Masserati from the Cars 2 diecast line from 2011. He was number 25 in the series. He was basically the first background character they released, and what an odd choice considering just how obscure he was in the movie. This guy, like I said, he's like in the background of the background. And yeah, he was released pretty early on in the series, being number 25 out of 50. He was at the halfway point, but there were still several pretty notable and major characters released after Carlo. It's kind of odd that he was chosen as like the first background character from Cars 2 to get a release. He's also a pretty common car. He's one that has been on my radar for years as one of those cheap cars whose price never really goes up. I finally got him for Christmas. Yeah, he's been a pretty common guy over the years, probably because he was released so early on in the diecast line for Cars 2, and because he's so obscure, kids probably didn't want him. You know, and at the time, Cars 2 had just come out, and look at all these other great options you have. You could buy Nigel Gearsley, Max Schnell, Shu Todoroki, Miguel Camino, Lewis Hamilton, or Carlo Masserati. Like, look at these guys. Number 20 through 25 are all these incredible, super cool World Grand Prix racers, and then Carlo. That's probably why he's so common to this day, despite never having gotten re-released. You see collect them all written there, of course. Very nice artwork for Carlo. He's not a car I think we'll see anytime soon, in terms of getting a re-release, honestly. I don't really know. He's just, I feel like he's almost too obscure, but yeah. So let's get him out of the box here. Here he is. He shares his model with some of the other Maseratis in the Cars line. Probably most notably Bindo, who was also released in the Cars 2 line, another car that I hope to get. It's also, I believe, the same as Antonio Veloce Excellente and Constanza della Corsa, although the grille between Antonio and him, they are a bit different. Not really the biggest fan of his expression. I really like his expression on the card art here. He's got this really sort of sly, kind of sleek smirk. This just sort of like rich guy look, and I really wish that were translated onto the diecast instead of this kind of strange, like Widow's Peak looking eyebrow design. But, you know, it's just a generic expression. It's perfectly fine. He's got a pretty big grin there. Got the logo in his grill with a little crown. Moving on to the side, you can see he's just a pretty generic maroon color. Really nothing of note aside from some silver highlights on him. Silver highlight around the eyes there. You can see the defined markings of his mouth plate there. Moving on to the back, you can see his license. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, you're kidding. No, this is not happening. Fishbowl, 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 fishbowl. Why is it always fishbowl? I mean, it made sense for the lemons. They were literally called fishbowls. It was a nickname. This part of them looked like a fishbowl on top. But at the end of the day, only Acer should have it because you can't have more than one car with the same license plate. But then they gave it to all of the Pacers. They gave it to all of them. And then they gave it to Maldorado. And then they gave it to Carlo and who knows who else. Why? What does Maldorado have to do with the fishbowl? What does this guy have to do with the fishbowl? That's it. All right. I'm fed up with this. All right. It's out the window with all of you. I'm gonna drop all of you. Never want to see these fishbowls again. Actually, I should probably finish the review. Yeah, and I mean, when I display him, he's facing the front, so I mean, you don't really see the license plate. I'm just gonna cover it with my finger and act like it isn't there. I think that's a better solution than dropping him out the window. And it is pretty cold too. I'd have to go outside and pick him back up. Tub spacer's kind of rare. Don't really want to risk somebody stealing him or him getting damaged. Let's just none of this happened, okay? Just forget about this. Let's just put him away. Put him away. Take Carlo. Put the blinds down. Stop recording and go back to my usual place. Whew. Sorry about that, guys. Got a little overworked there, but it's all okay. It's all okay. Anyway, here's a look at Carlo's other side, and here is a look at his base. It's always nice to have some more background characters of real-world name-brand cars, you know, like Carlo being a Maserati here. I think it's nice. Also, I believe, I forgot to mention this earlier, his name, Carlo Masserati, I think is a reference to one of the founders of Maserati. I believe his name was Carlo Maserati. And I want to say one of the other ones was named Bindo, which is why Bindo, the Maserati, is named Bindo. I think so. Can't confirm that, though, so if anybody knows, definitely let me know in the comments. Anyway, though, guys, this is a pretty generic background character, but it's going to be a really nice addition to my collection. I think he's just a great background character to have, and I can't wait to use him in my series. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.